What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Finding the Fantastic. I'm your host, Colleen D. Tiberius Shoemaker, coming at you a little late with this podcast, but it's cool because you know what? Sometimes the timeline has to be flexible. I've been doing a lot of thinking about Finding the Fantastic, and for a year, I've been doing it for 3 years, right? Been trying to figure out what it is. What's this thing I'm doing, right? I know it's broken people helping broken people. I got that. I know it's us trying to explore our own emotions. I know it's us trying to find better ways to communicate and deal with other people's emotions. And then it hit me. It's the Social Emotional Intelligence Podcast. That's a lot. SEI, I guess. But I don't want it to be I don't know the words for it. I don't want to use the words professional because professional is such a multifaceted word. Really, what does it mean? But guys, think about it. Social emotional intelligence is so important. It's the concept of understanding your own emotions, right? Knowing what you're going through and what you need, and then how to interact with other people who are going through their own stuff and what they need and interacting with them. Finding the Fantastic is all about social emotional intelligence, learning about how to take care of ourselves emotionally, where we're at, teaching ourselves, growing ourselves, and then helping other people and connecting with other people. It's a soft skill, right? Nobody teaches soft skills. Nobody focuses on soft skills. No one teaches body language. No one teaches how you should communicate to somebody else. No one teaches how you should read somebody else, right? So I know all this because of my learning disabilities, okay? And at Finding Fantastic, we're very neurodiverse because I have severe learning disabilities. And some of my issues were an auditory and a cognitive processing disorder. I had a hard time understanding and reading words, right? I didn't get it. Everyone else got it. Neurotypical got it. I did not, right? So I had to come up with ways to read people and communicate with people outside of the normal means of words. So I had to evolve with body language and learning how to communicate. I had to evolve with emotions and learning how to read emotions. It's emotional intelligence. It's social emotional intelligence. I just had no idea I was doing it. And that's the beauty of a lot of people who are in this neurodiverse world, which is my new phrase, which I really like. And we'll talk about neurodiversity at another time, which is stellar, but we think differently. We act differently. We interact differently. And you know what? That's what the world needs right now. We're all online. We're all in front of these computers. We can't interact physically with people like we used to. So that need ever more for social emotional intelligence is huge, right? And here at Finding the Fantastic, we stress that. And we focus on that. And we find different ways to communicate and interact. Sometimes we have the answer. Sometimes, okay? Other times we don't have the answer because guess what? Other times there's no answer. Because humans are complex, diverse, beautiful individuals that are always changing and multifaceted, and therefore sometimes there's no right answer. Sometimes there is just loving and being kind and figuring out that way, right? So with social emotional intelligence, the next couple podcasts coming up are going to be focused on little things that we need to learn and start practicing moving forward to be better at our communication, to be better at our emotions, right? So Mr. Rogers, who's one of my all-time favorites, he focused on children's social emotional intelligence. Like one of my favorite things he did was sometimes all we need to do is find an outlet for ourselves to express sadness or anger, like playing all the low keys on a piano at the same time. Boom! And sometimes it makes you feel just a little bit better. So the next couple of podcasts, shows, episodes are going to be focused on that. Finding ways to help our brokenness, help what we're going through, grow our emotional intelligence so that we can go out socially and start communicating and helping other broken people. Isn't that stinking beautiful? So my challenge to you this week is, what is one emotional outlet you think you can come up with for yourself? You might already have one. You might already do something. If that's the case, please share it in the comments, leave a review and share it. Just let me know. You can email me, message me. I get the website getting up soon. Findingthefantastic.com, Finding the Fantastic Podcast, you know, all those things. But for real, what is your emotional outlet? And if you don't have one, the challenge is to come up with one. And do that thing and post hashtag Finding the Fantastic. Find that emotional outlet. Your kids right now are going through a lot of emotions. School year started and they're sitting behind a computer. Why don't you look at them and say, hey guys, what's up? Tell you what, I want you guys to spend the next 20 minutes finding something around the house that expresses how you feel about your current school situation. Now, you might have to use smaller words for the kids, like, hey man, I tell you what, why don't you go find me something around this house that you think explains how you feel about school right now. Find something, anything. What around this house describes how you feel about school right now? That is a great emotional practice for somebody, because you're not going to know. It could be anything. You don't know what your kid's going to bring. Your kid might bring you a fan because school's blowing him away. Your kid might bring you crayons, and it's just a start for them to start expressing. So anyways, if you like what you heard, if you're interested in social emotional intelligence, we're going to be exploring it, continuing to explore it. Check it out. Let me know. Let's start this thing because, yeah. And, we keep it friendly here, so let the kids watch. For my kids out there, what are you feeling right now? Go around the house right now. Find me one thing. It might be a ball. To me, a ball helps me express my emotions because sometimes I feel jittery, sometimes I feel bounced around, and then sometimes I feel firm like I got it. But a ball helps me express my emotions. What's something that helps you express your emotions? All right? With that, I'm out. Gotta go. See you. Bye.